Hi, my name is Jim from lowcostwatersofteners.com, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the saltless water softener or the salt-free water softener. Really, that's not what it is. It's a water conditioner. And what happens is inside the tank are some media beads, and when the water flows through the media beads, there's a process that it goes through, and what happens is the calcium in the water is the molecular structures change, so the calcium sticks to itself, and that way it doesn't stick to your pipes or to your dishes or any of your appliances. And the good news to that also is if you've already got buildup inside your pipes, it'll clean it out, because the calcium in your pipes will start sticking to the water, the calcium in the water as it flows through. Now, will you still have calcium in your water? Yes. If you tested your water for hard water, it's going to show that your water is hard, but it's not going to stick because the calcium is sticking to itself. Alright, so there's one benefit. It cleans your pipes, it cleans your appliances. Sometimes it takes 30 days, sometimes it takes more, sometimes it takes a little less. I used to tell my customers when I say this, that it takes about 30 days. What I mean by that is this. I had a water well company and a water softener company in Texas, and I sold my companies. And before I did, though, I put in this product. And there was a lot of ups and downs about the product. There's a lot of guys selling stuff like this online, and some of the reviews I read weren't good, and some of them were. I talked to my distributor, and he told me, and his feedback wasn't good, but I said, you know what, I'm going to take a chance. So I put one in on the system. Now, I put them in on city water, and I put them in on well water. Now, if you have city water, this is what I recommend. Get yourself a dechlorination or chlorination removal system, which you can find here on this site. And it's basically activated carbon, because the chlorine in the water will lower the life expectancy of your media in your water conditioner. So the other thing is chlorine is caustic. You don't want to be drinking it, and it eats up your pipes and stuff like that, especially if you've got copper. It'll eat at them over time. But and then other people are saying, like, when you take a hot shower and that steam has chlorine in it, so now you're breathing chlorine gas. I don't operate on the fear factor. I'm just telling you that that's a possibility. I'm anti-chlorine all the way. So if I lived in the city, I would have a reverse osmosis for drinking water at my sink. And you can get that on this side as well, because it's purified water. It makes bottled water at your sink, essentially. And that's all my wife and I drink, our bottled water or our reverse osmosis water. So you can get that for your drinking water if you like. But the dechlorinator does basically the same thing, just not as effective. And the dechlorinator will extend the life expectancy of your water conditioner. And that's if you live on city water. Now, if you live on well water, it's completely different. And I've used these on both. And I hadn't had any complaints from the customers I had when I had my company, and it worked. At first I was skeptical, but after that I was like, hey, this is a snap. It works for the people. It worked in my house because I had one. And I'll tell you why I had one in my house. But firstly, if you've got a water well and you've got iron, you need to get an iron removal system, because the iron will coat those beads inside there, and they're not going to be able to make contact with the calcium and change the molecular structure of the calcium so it sticks to itself. And the life expectancy of your system is going to be about a year and a half or less, maybe more. I had a customer that had that issue. He didn't want an iron filter. He wanted to put them little string filters in there to stop the iron. This lasted about a year and a half. You really need a good iron removal system. And once you do, you're not going to have the red stains anymore in your house, and your water's not going to smell, and it does a whole bunch of things for you besides extend the life expectancy of your water conditioner. So you've got iron, get an iron removal system. If you have hydrogen sulfide, you can still use the iron removal system. It works exactly the same. It's just got an air bubble in there. The water hits the air bubble, it splashes, oxidizes the iron or hydrogen sulfide. It becomes a solid, falls into the media, and then it's back washed out, and no more problem. Lose the iron, life expectancy of the water conditioner much longer. So that's how it works on a water well if you've got iron in your water and or hydrogen sulfide. If you don't, if you've got what I found a couple of times was I had customers who had soft water, or it was like 1 or 2 grains hard, but they were still getting white buildup on their sinks because of the sodium or something else in their water. So I said, hey, let me try one of these on there for you for free at first, and then you pay me if it works. So I put one of these water conditioning systems on, and guess what? No more white on their stuff, even though their water was soft or considered soft, because 1 or 2 grains hard is considered soft water. And so all their white little crusty things went away. They didn't have to use a water softener, because if we would have used a water softener, what would have happened is I would have been introducing more sodium ions into the water, which creates a TDS, a total dissolved solid, and then they still would have had the white on their appliances and on the countertops and stuff. So we use this, no more sodium ions, the very little calcium in the water, plus the total dissolved solids, the mixture of the both, didn't stick. They had no more problems. So if you got real low hardness, but you've got white buildup, you'll still need one of these. If you've got hard water, 5, 10, 15, 20, you'll still need one of these. Now, about my house. You ever hear the story of the Culver's kids have no shoes? Well, my house, I was busy working, I was on a water well, my water softener wasn't working right, and my wife's like, hey Jim, do I need to call a water softener guy to fix my water softener? And I'm like, oh my gosh, no sweetheart, no. But I'm like, dang, either once I get my water softener fixed, I gotta make sure I got salt in there, because otherwise my wife's gonna be saying something to me about her hair, and about the dishes, and about the shower, because we had a glass shower, and you could see the spots. We had black granite countertops, and you could see the spots. So I said, I'm going to put one of these on my house. So what I did was, I bypassed my water softener, let it go through. I had iron, so I had to put an iron filter on. So I did my iron filter, then my water softener, and then my water conditioner. So I bypassed my water softener, went through my iron filter, and into my water conditioner. And I'm telling you what, I'm living proof. It worked. I still didn't have water spots. The soap still lathered, like people like when they have soft water. My wife still didn't have to use as much shampoo and conditioner. She still didn't have to use a bunch of laundry detergent and softener. It was still the same. Like, because when you need a water softener or you have soft water, you can cut everything just about in half. So everything worked exactly the same. Didn't have spots on the dishes, no more spots on the shower. Her hair stayed soft and shiny, which was my main concern, because Mama's not happy, nobody's happy. So I put that in bypass, went back to my water softener, and I just used that as a backup. And actually, I left that in service and left the water softener running, and so if I ran out of salt and didn't get to it in time because I was busy, then that worked as well. And so, because clean water was going through there, I wasn't wearing down any beads. They weren't doing anything to the water, the calcium in the water, because there was no calcium in the water. So anyways, you'll find on this site you can get yourself a reverse osmosis for drinking water. You can get yourself a dechlorinator. You can get yourself an iron removal system, and as well as a water conditioner. And you can look at the prices and say, man, that's a lot of money. Listen, if you were to call somebody out to your house, they're going to charge you 2, 3, 4 times as much as what's on the site. So once again, all these products that are on the site, I either put in with my company, I have them in my house, and I use them and I endorse them. So anyways, I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, you can get a hold of the manufacturer. I think you can leave comments on this website. But anyways, if you want one, get one. They work, and they're really, the price is pretty good for basically, I hate to say it this way, the headache. If your wife is crying and complaining and fussing at you because her dishes are terrible, her hair's dry, cracked, and brittle, she's using way too much conditioner and shampoo, laundry detergent, clothes are dingy, blah, 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 everything that you hear from a water softener salesman, it will still work and do exactly the same, except you won't have to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy salt and put salt in your salt tank. Okay? So, get one of these. Just go down there, buy now, click on it, bang, you're in like Flynn, and it'll be shipped to you. Okay? I appreciate you. Once again, this is Jim from lowcostwatersofteners.com. Have a great day.